What is up, guys? Today
I'm on vacation
and I brought all my stuff with me because I can't go on vacation without making a tumbler. And Paisley came with me. Say hey, Paisley. Oh, you're so excited. Please don't leave me. You want to make a tumbler?
Nope.
She don't care. So I brought all my stuff with me, and this is my inspiration. This is a bag from MarleyLilly, and we have a lounge chair that matches it. So I'm gonna make this tumbler look like that bag. Maybe. We'll see. Let's go. So the colors I picked to replicate the watercolor are pink sherbet, salmon or salmon. I think the L is silent, I think. I don't know, who cares? And pool and couperry, which is, it's like a purple, like lavender, and shell pink, which is appropriate because we're at the beach. And I got these little finger dauber thingies, but they don't fit on my finger very good, so I might have to use my pinky. So we'll see how that works. I'm on the balcony out here. It's windy. I had to tape these little boogers down because the wind keeps blowing them away. So maybe now we can get started. Oh, hey Paisley, what are you doing down there?
Huh?
All right, so the first color I'm going to do is the pool, and I have my inspiration bag off to the side over there. So I'm just going to put a few drops in here, and then I'm going to take my dauber and grab my tumbler. And if you notice, I've got the pen pal right here. Makes a great stand, by the way. I think this is the 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is the 12. I'll also put a link in the description of that. So I got my little dauber squished on my finger as good as possible because it doesn't fit. And then I'm just going to dab a little in the middle, get it right there, and then just start dabbing all over right here. And I'm going to replicate the watercolor effect. So just do it to match your reference. Do it to wherever you feel like it looks good. Get a little dab. Don't dab too much. That's, if you notice, I barely covered the rim of the bottom. And these cups, these messing cups, I'll put a link in the description for that. But they have a deeper part and then a shallow part in the middle, which seems to work really good to keep from getting so much ink on your tumbler so that you don't make a mess. And on our reference, it's a little diluted, so we can try. Oh my gosh, my little tip fell off. I gotta get another dauber. So I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna see what this does because I have no idea because I didn't practice with this at all. So I got alcohol, regular alcohol on this one, and we're just gonna dab it around too. Look at the, oh, do you see that? Look at those cool shapes this thing makes. Oh, I got my assistant over here. She's my quality control. She tells me if it looks good. Does this look good? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. That looks like straight up watercolor. Holy cow. Can you see that? Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Ooh, that's cool.
Oh, it is cool, isn't it? Yeah. So I have my assistant here. She's the one helping me fill up all my bottles, and she tells me if I'm doing a good job or not. So, what? That's insane. Wow, that's beautiful. Don't forget the bottom. Don't forget your bottom. When I first got into these things, I did tumblers, but I didn't do them with alcohol inks and epoxy and all that stuff. And the first people that I watched was Mr. Nola's Glitter, and they were doing it. I'd done tumblers, but I did them with automotive paint. So she would always say, don't forget your bottom. And it's so funny. Just because of that, I never forget my bottom. One thing, I forgot to paint the bottom. Wow, this is insane. This is beautiful. And if you want it to be more diluted, you might, like, it's good that these come in such a big bag because once you use one up, you might want to freshen up. Bless you, Paisley. Jeez, Paisley's sneezing over there. You allergic to the beach, dog? Look at that. That is beautiful. Oh, man. So if you want it to lighten up, just give them more alcohol ink and dab more off. So I think this one might be too dark for our reference. Even though it's beautiful. You know what? It doesn't have to match perfectly. I think this looks amazing. So basically, you just get it the way you want, and you can always go back with the other color again. I do think I'll lighten this up because this is more what I'm going for right here, like on the bag. Maybe even this, because the bag is real subtle, but try to leave space and be strategic about your other layers because once you layer on top of one, it will change the color if they blend together. So I got my salmon color now, just barely dab the edge. See, it just barely covers the bottom. That's perfect. This one's super subtle. I might have to go a little heavier on it. and you see where it overlaps. That is so cool. That is beautiful. I love that where it overlaps. But you might want to wait till you get it done to where you like it before you overlap, because it will contaminate your little spongy thingy. But you know, you got a ton, so no big deal there. Dum 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 dum. This is so much fun. These things, I found these online. I'll put a link in the description if you want to try to get some of these daubers. They're really cool. And the cool thing is, like, you can feel your pressure. So do a little pressure, do a heavy pressure. So to blend out your edges, it's cool to do a lighter pressure, like da 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 da. And for this one, I don't even think I'm going to need to go back with alcohol, but I'm going to, just to see what it looks like. See how cool the edges, see the edges, how it darkens up when you do the alcohol. I might have too much on there. Man, that is cool. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I think I'll do this one too. Ah, stinking love that. Holy cow. Let's go back with the orange right there. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. And the more sound effects you make, the better it'll look. I don't know if you knew that or not, but it's true. Try it. You'll see. The more sound effects, the better. And if you can make the people on the balcony above you wonder what you're doing and think you're crazy, then you're doing it right. All right, I'm going to do a few more spots of that orangey color. It's not really that much orange on the bag. Most of the orange on the bag has pink going over it. So listen, when you're using a reference, you're trying to match something. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to match it exactly. So just be free. Do your thing. And then get it the way you want. Because this is yours. This is your creation. Even though you're using something as a reference, this is still your creation. So you can do however you want. And if you like the way something looks, just go with that. I think I want one more piece of orange right here. Right up against that blue. Why not? And make that blue happy. See where it mixed? Where I touched the blue and then brought it back? It's cool. But save that part till the end if you want to do some mixing. Because like I said, it'll get you a little spongy. Dirty. And you want your colors to be, well, I do. I don't know what you want to do. But I want mine to be kind of separated a little bit. I'll differentiate the colors. Then do some alcohol spots. And if you notice, if you go over with alcohol, I think I mentioned this earlier, but it makes it lighter and lighter each time. Woo-wee. I love that. I think the next color I'm going to use is the pink sherbet. I don't really know. I'm trying to strategically leave room for, get on my finger, you little thing. Leave room for all my colors. This one is really dark, so. And I'll leave a link to all these colors. As a matter of fact, I'll leave a link to the whole set that I have, which is like, I've used almost every color in that set. There's not many of those colors that you're not going to need at one point in time. And it even has flamingo. So I would have used flamingo here, but I don't have any. So, oh well. If I had flamingo, I would have used it. Promise. Look at that where it blends over. What? Look at that. Look at that. That's so beautiful. And if you remember on the easiest, most beautiful alcohol ink video right there, I did the pinky color, then the purple and the mermaid. I think it was raspberry, amethyst, and mermaid. And that makes, you can never go wrong with those combinations of colors. Wow, that's beautiful. I love these little dauber things. These are so awesome. Sheesh. I couldn't imagine like using a paintbrush and not a dauber. Dauber? Dabber. I don't know. You call it what you want. So I think I'll take a little and overlap on the orange. Get some cool things happening with the overlap there. Just play with the shapes. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to look at your reference and be like, oh, that doesn't match perfectly. You say, hey, you want it to match perfectly. You make it yourself, Jack. So the next color I'm going to do is shell pink, maybe. That's the one I feel like doing. So that's what I'm going to do. It looks bright in the little container. Oh, that's pretty. It's kind of orangey looking, eh? Oh, I see. Okay, okay. So the other one's kind of purpley. This one's kind of orangey. I really like that. I need to hold it where you can see it. Duh. And if you remember on our reference, the orange is not very dominant. So I'm going to go over a lot of the orange parts. Not a lot. Maybe just leave a little bit. It'd help if you could see and focus, huh? Just randomly start filling in your colors where you think that you would like them. Your coolers, your alcohol ink coolers. Try to make places touch each other. Go back and forth if you want to. It doesn't matter. This is your world, like Bob says. You make it however you want to. We need some alcohol right here. A little dab of rubbing alcohol. Just a few spots. And if you get color and then you want to keep dabbing somewhere else, like over here, and then lightly do the color, just barely. And if you don't like the pattern, dip it in a little bit more. Don't soak it because it'll run down your tumbler. You don't want that. That would not be a happy little tumbler. It might be. It might actually look really good. Who knows? If you want to try it, if there's something you're thinking, don't be scared. Just do it. You can fix it or make it a happy little accident if you want. It doesn't matter. That's why I try. People ask me all the time, do you think I could do this? Probably. Try it. Just try it. Just go for it and see what happens. Get wild. Get crazy. All right, that's enough of that color. My last color I'm going to do, and then I'll fill in the areas wherever I think.
That's awesome.
Oh, thank you. My last color I'm going to do, and then I'll fill in the little areas, maybe some more blues. I don't know. I'll just look at it and fill it out. That's looking amazing. Well, I'm looking at it through the camera. Oh, that's beautiful. So the last color I'm going to use is Cool Paris. You guys say it was a French accent, like this guy right here. Ha ha. So I'll give you a little technique tip here. Let me find the spot that I want to do it. I think I'll do it right here. I got a dirty dauber. What? Dirty dabber? Dirty. Does that say dauber or dabber? I don't know. You tell me. The ones, like I found these at the store, but I'll find these online and put a link for you guys. They might not be the exact same bag, but they do the trick. So if you have a spot, I'll show you a technique here. If you get a little dab there, and to really make it look like watercolor, you just dab it and then let it go. Let it do its thing. The more you dab, the more it blends out. But if you dab one time and leave it, see, my dauber is dry. It's a tongue twister. Wow, it's hard to say. So if you dab it, dab it, and leave it, it will make this cool border effect with the edges. But if you keep dabbing, it'll blend out. So if you want it blended, keep dabbing. If you want it to do cool things like that, just dab a few times and then leave it. Alcohol ink dries super fast, especially out here on the patio with the, it's not too hot yet because it's pretty early in the morning because I tried to do this yesterday and there's a pool back there. I don't know if you saw that in the intro thing, but those people get a little loud and it's hard to do a video when you got a bunch of people hollering at the pool back there. But hey, they're on vacation. What can you expect? I just decided to do it early this morning, let you guys be able to hear what I'm actually saying. And it's really windy. I don't know if that's picking up on the camera, on the microphone, but hey, at least you're getting the tips, getting to see how it's done. This is beautiful. This is another one of those things where you're just gonna have to find a happy stopping point because you could just keep on going. Like you see how those made nice little circles. I don't really want that. I want them to look more organic. So just dab it out a few more times and boom, look at that. That's so nice. And if you didn't want it as pebbledy looking, you hit it and spread it out again. Like dab it with regular alcohol and spread it out. Spread it out. And it'll, look at that. Look at that. That's like straight up watercolor right there. Ah, that's so insane. All right. I about forgot about my last color. Let me do my last color, my Cool Paris, and then we'll keep on going. So I got a lot of empty spots left. I'm going to have to fill in. And if I'm looking at my bag over there that's off camera there, I can see the majority of it is really pink. Like a lot of it's pink. Play around with the overlaps. I need more ink here. These inks, oh, these colors together are so beautiful. So just play around, fill in your areas, try to keep it from running. and play around with the mixing of like overlaps like this and see if you get some cool interactions. Like see how that purple and pink goes together right there. I think this is going to be cool where it goes over the blue. I feel like that would be really rad. And then come back and forth, and then you'll get the bluey color over here and the purpley color on the blue. By the way, if you guys are wondering, this is a Steel Magnolia tumbler. I partnered with them, and to bring you guys the most awesome tumblers ever, this is my favorite because it is pre-prepped. It's white, ready to go, so go get you some. This one's definitely going to need some alcohol to make that cooler because that's pretty boring right there. Can you see that? There it is. That's pretty boring right there. You can see I'll do some. I got a little heavy on that one. A little heavy on my dauber. That's cool though. That is looking really cool. Wow. I love that. Like I said, I could get super picky and try to match the bag exactly. That's not really what I want to do. I just want to be free and make this look however it feels like doing in this wonderful Florida weather. I think I'll do a little more blue there, come back. So just play around with it till you're happy. Keep dabbing. Look, I did the bottom too. That'd be cool. I think I need some purple right there. Look at that mixture right there. That is my favorite right there. Look at that. Look at that. That is amazing. That is going to look fantastic. I really would like the whole tumbler to look like that, but the bag doesn't really look like that. But that is amazing. So I'm just going to keep dabbing around. I think you've seen enough and seen how it works to get the idea. I'm going to fill in my spots and play around with it like a few more minutes. I kind of want to touch that, but then I don't, you know. Okay, I want to show you this real quick. I've got my alcohol dauber. I'm going to contaminate it by putting it in another color because I got my alcohol and I dab it in this color, which is dry over here. But I just want to put a little bit of that color. I did it twice because I was talking. On the blue, and then take the blue and put it back with the regular alcohol, and then keep dabbing to blend it out and make it look cool together. If you want to do 2 or 3 colors together, just play around with the blends, play around with the overlaps. Take your alcohol ink, lighten it up. You don't even have to go back dipping in. If you use alcohol and pick up color and then go on another color like over here, it'll also put that light color on there, which is cool. I got a monogram I'm going to put on it just like the bag and the beach chair. So when I do that and I get done, I can't epoxy this here because I didn't bring epoxy because I don't know. I got the Mate Clear. I did bring that. I didn't bring epoxy, but I brought the Mate Clear. So, oh my gosh. Will it work the same without the E on it? Oh gosh, I gotta find a marker. Oh man, that turned out fantastic. I mean, look at it. I'll show you a close-up in just a minute, but that turned out perfectly. It's so much like watercolor, so much like the bag and the chair cover that I got from MarleyLilly. It doesn't match exactly like, I thought about making it a little softer with a little more alcohol ink like the bag, but then I was like, you know what? I really like the way this looks and it matches enough. It complements, you know what I'm saying? And also, I'm on vacation and I didn't have all the colors. I would have liked to have had like maybe a brighter pink, but can't argue with that. Come on. Can you argue with that? Look, it looks so perfect together. Look at that. It looks so perfect together. Wow. So, I hope you enjoyed that. I couldn't leave you guys alone. I couldn't stay away from you, even while I'm on vacation. So, look at this. Look at that. Do you see that? Whew. So, here is what the bag and the cup and the towel cover look like all together. I'll put a link in the description. You can go get it. Monogram. They have all kinds of stuff that you can match together and make a set, and then make yourself a tumbler to match it. And then you'll be like one of a kind, just like me. So, or it's not me. This is my wife's. So, because that's her name, her monogram. So, here is what it looks like.